Good morning and welcome back to Swiss Cheese Trails. We are on section 28. We're almost done with this thing. I'm in the town of Nyon, and Nyon is a pretty good historical town. There's some Roman columns and a national museum, and it's a pretty big old town here. Unfortunately, when I came into town on section 27, I was running for a train. Today is a short hike. It's a short stage, but I'm doubling it up. So I'm not going to go down to the lakefront, but if you're going to take this stage as its normal short route, then by all means spend some time in Nyon. It's a pretty big town for the area. It's now essentially a suburb of Geneva, which tells you how close we are to the finish line. All right, so today's hike is from Nyon to Chavannes-de-Bogis. I had to look down to pronounce those words properly. We got about a 9-kilometer hike, so that's 5.5 miles, something like that. It'll be 2 hours. I'm going to combine it with the first part of section 29, and that's because section 29 is such a long segment. Also, I've got more time today. I'm spending the night in Geneva tonight, tomorrow to celebrate, and so I can spend a little extra time hiking today. And also, I've kind of determined or figured out the personality of the Lake Geneva hikes. So, I've mentioned before that the hikes kind of take on their own personality, and this definitely is a segment or entire section of the country that does. So typically you start off, near the lakefront, which is where the trains come in. So you're going to walk lakefront a little bit, then you're going to go back into the hills, go uphill a bit, take that down, south and west, and then come back down on a river, following the river back to the lake. And that's typically going to be the cycle of these hikes. Of course, we're almost at the end, so there's only one more cycle left, and there's almost no altitude left, so the altitude gains and losses are pretty easy to handle. That's another reason to tack on a bunch of time to today's hike. But within that cycle, Nyon is where I am, where the train is, at the lakefront. Quickly goes back, walks along toward the French border. Segment 29 starts out there by the border, continues along the border for 10 kilometers, something to that effect, and then takes the river back toward Lake Geneva. And so I'm going to do that natural cycle, which puts me on a 25-kilometer day, something like that. It's bright sunshine, it's hot. It's going to be a hot one. So wish me luck, follow along, tune in tomorrow to see the next video in line, because we're going to be heading heading north toward the French border. We got a lot of neat countryside to cover. The vineyards, it's a couple of weeks since I've been here before, so the vineyards got a little more growth on them. You'll find that out pretty quickly. And then we get down toward Geneva, so I'm pretty excited about that. Thanks for tuning in today.